Hello, everyone, and welcome to our day number 3 of our live training, strategic planning live training. I'm really excited about this day. I am watching here. You need to make sure that you are in the right live. I don't know if everyone is in the right live. I want you to type in the chat who is here. I'm checking here in the comments. So let me know if you're here. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what have you done with your homework. I'm looking here at the live, and I want you to type in the chat where you are right now. Okay, because this is important for me to make sure that the live is working and that we have actually people that are watching us and hearing what I'm saying. I'm trying to refresh my screen here to see your comments. Yael is here, back live tonight. Amazing. So the first thing I want to ask you guys is what have been your insights? Hi Tamar, amazing. Thank you for typing it in. What have been your insights in the from the homework from yesterday? So yesterday we spoke about the marketing strategies. We spoke about the circle of influence. We spoke about what is the strategy that we need to focus on. And I want you to tell me in one sentence, what is the marketing strategy that you are actually deciding to have in your business for Q4? And I'm still looking for the live. It's still not working. Wondering what's going on. So fine, perfect. Okay, great. So tell me, what was your insight and what is the marketing strategy? Here we are. Here I see you now. Yael, Sharon, Tamar, amazing. So what is the actual marketing strategy that you are focusing on? So Annette is saying newsletter. Great, right? So this is one marketing strategy that needs to be aligned with the circle of influence that you have chosen from yesterday. Remember? So if you can type in the chat, this is the circle of influence that I want to connect to, and this is the marketing strategy that I'm going to implement, right? So Yael is starting with referrals. Great. I want everyone to type in the chat and tell me what is the marketing strategy that they're going to implement. Okay, so MGA is most important for this quarter to send a new pitch, and the worst he can say no. Okay, I like that. And I want to also hear from anyone. Sharon is here. Who else is here that hasn't said what is your... Okay, we have the PowerPoint here is shared. So Sharon is saying MGA is most important for this quarter. Amazing. MGA is always important. You'll see that you need to have MGAs at every step of the way. So I want to go ahead and talk about a little bit about what we did on day 1 and on day 2. And then I'm going to introduce you to our guest. Today we're starting with a guest. And we're starting with someone who is going to share her experience on what we're going to talk about for today, okay? So first, let's wrap up a little bit what we did on day 1. We spoke about why it's important to plan strategically. We spoke about our key numbers. We spoke about how to use our key numbers to make strategic decisions. And then on day number 2, we reverse engineer from our revenue goal to our marketing activity. We spoke about our MGA, money generating activities, and exponential growth activities. And we spoke about the marketing strategy. So by now, you should have your revenue goal, you should have your marketing strategy, you should have your MGA, and you should know exactly what you're going to focus on. Now, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about how what got you here won't get you there. Whatever you've been doing until now is not going to work if you want to go to the next level in Q4. We're going to talk about mindset shifts. We're going to talk about habits. We're going to welcome Miriam, who is, and this is who I want to introduce you. Miriam Koval is the CEO and founder of Wellness Delivered by Miriam. She's been in business for many years, very successful CEO of her business. And I'm going to stop the share and welcome her so that we can ask her questions and learn from her, because I find that this is the most really inspiring and interesting process. Let me remove. How do I remove this? I removed. Hey, Miriam, here she is.
Hi, everybody.
I can hear you finally.
Okay, I was going to say good morning, but I think for a lot of you, it's probably good evening, right?
It is. So let's start with where you're from, Miriam. Can you introduce yourself?
Sure.
And tell us where you're from, what you do, and then we're going to speak about what we are, the habits and the mindset stuff. So go ahead.
Okay, I'm Miriam Koval. I was born and bred in Toronto, Ontario, in Canada. After I got married, I moved to Cleveland, and I have been here for many years. My business is Wellness Delivered, and it's a luxury kosher diet plan that is delivered to the client's door. So it's a real luxury program, very convenient, very healthy, and we started off in Cleveland, and then we moved to Lakewood in addition to Cleveland, and slowly but surely we've been growing the various cities that we service. And I'm here to tell you about how much I've gained from Natalie's program. So Natalie, I don't know if you want to ask questions, if the audience has questions. Okay, so go for it.
I want to ask questions. So guys, I'm going to ask questions because I know what we can learn from Miriam, but I also want you to ask questions because you have an opportunity here to speak to someone who really has a business that's scaled, a business that has many already locations and already has teams and systems. And so this is a great opportunity for you guys to ask questions. So feel free to type in the chat any questions you have. And I will start with my first question, because we've been working together for a few months now, Miriam. And I want you to share with us, what is the aspect around mindset that you've discovered? What is the power of mindset in your business? Did you think before that you were introduced to that concept that mindset was so powerful, or did you discover that, in the past few months? That's one question. And the next question, but I'll re-ask if you forget, what was one of the mindset shifts that you went through that really changed things in your business?
Okay. Well, I will say that I'm pretty aware of the impact of mindset and how that can affect one's life. So I went into this program knowing that, yes, this mindset is very, very significant, but sometimes you need help with, okay, well, what is the mindset that I need? And I feel like that's what this program has really helped me with. And I've told, like Natalie, I told you, I said, I feel like this program has really expanded my brain, and I've learned so much. And sometimes I would just, I would hear a concept, an idea, a mindset shift, and I'd be like, oh no, I'm not ready for that yet. And then I would take some time, I would allow it to simmer, I would think about it, and I'd come back to Natalie like the next month or 2 months later. I'd be like, I got this. You know what? I'm ready. It took me some time. Initially I thought like, no way, there's no way I could be doing that. That's not who I am. That's not my personality. No, I can't do that. But you know what? It took some time and the recognition of the importance of mindset. And with that, I feel like I've gained so much.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. So can you give us a specific example of something that you thought, I could never do that. No way. Like you said, it's not me. I can't do this. And you have resistance. And then, like you said, after a month or two, you start, understanding the importance. You implement it, and then you see the results. Can you share with us one example of that?
Absolutely. Okay, so I will tell you that my brain is a very creative one. I'm more the visionary than being the one that is the integrator, which is like the detail focus. And I started my business running it that way, very much the visionary and very much with like grand ideas, but not so detail oriented, which obviously is a very, very important component to business. Now, the truth is, when I started, I was smaller, so it was more manageable and more doable. But as the business grew, and I was, working with Natalie, and she really encouraged me. She gave me so many different ideas in terms of, okay, well, what do we need to do? And one of them was hiring. And again, that's, you think of hiring as like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be spending so much money and this is such a big deal. I'm not ready for this. And again, sometimes I wasn't ready for it, but I heard it and I listened and I let it simmer. And a little while later, I'd come back and I'd be, like, that just made so much sense. And I did that. And actually, a great example in terms of hiring was I had, committed to hiring someone who was really complemented my strengths because she was so detail oriented, and she really took over a significant part of the management piece of the business. And I was sitting in a session with Natalie, and as I was sitting in this session, it was like boom, boom, boom. This person kept emailing me, got you, another client signed up, another client signed up, another client signed up. By the time I was finished sitting with Natalie, I think we had $6,600 in revenue coming our way that, had I not done that hire, I would have never seen, because I would have been busy in class with Natalie. So there again, that's a shift. Something that at the beginning I was like, no, I can't do that. That's too big. That's too grand for my business. I'm not there yet. And with time, like I say, I allowed the concept to simmer. I recognized the importance. I made that shift. I made that jump, and I'm only seeing benefit from it.
Wow. Wow. I love it. I love it. So now we have Yael, who is asking a question that's really interesting. And keep on asking questions, people, because I think you can really pick Miriam's brain here. Yael is asking, how did you scale and keep the quality control? Because you have many locations. So can you answer something to Yael about that?
Yes, so that's actually something else that I really learned in this program. Whereas I had my way and I was very passionate about how I was doing and what I was doing, and I knew what my clients liked. And giving a piece of that up was actually hard for myself. And Natalie kept telling me, you can't be everywhere, you can't do everything. And again, that was a mind shift. That was a mindset shift. I needed to be like, you know what? She's right. There's no way you can be doing 100 things at once at the same time. So, I hired teams in different cities. And if I was in every city doing it myself, would it be like even better? Probably not, because it's not possible to get that big and still be the one to take care of everybody. So on some level, might you lose a little bit by not being in charge? Maybe a little bit, but you're certainly gaining far more than you're losing, because a person can only be stretched so far and then that's it. Right. So, it's about working smarter and not harder.
Exactly. So another thing that I really loved was in our last strategic planning day that you were sitting in the class and having all those clients coming in, and you took the time to really plan, strategically your quarter, and you actually came out of the session saying, wow, I have so much clarity. But knowing you, I know that when you have 3 or 4 hours in front of you, you think that, okay, I'm going to get more clients. I'm going to do, right? I'm going to make phone calls, advertise, do like have this, and obviously that's how you built your business. So it was successful in the beginning, but then when you were sat down for 4 hours doing your strategic planning, it didn't seem like it was getting you somewhere, but at the end, you did get the clarity. It wasn't doing, it was planning ahead. So can you show us, like, what was the difference in the beginning when it was doing whatever every minute of the day, and now when you're the CEO that you have to do things differently? Can you show us the difference between now?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I am a very high energy level person. I love to do, I love to accomplish, I love to see the results, I love to see the money come in. So that is my nature is, just do. And something, again, that is so not my personality that I've had to learn, and Natalie has done an incredible job teaching it to me, is, sometimes there's more value to thinking about it, to planning it, and sort of putting a pause on the do, which again is very easy for me. That's my go-to. And something that we discussed, Natalie and I, in our last one-on-one session was putting together a calendar and having everything set in stone. When our program is going to start in each city, where we're, when to plan the advertising, where to do it. And it was actually a lot of fun for me because, again, I said, like, I'm creative. So I took out a bunch of different color markers, and the blue marker was for Lakewood, and the red marker was for Toronto, and the green marker was for Cleveland. And we decorated really fun calendar and put everything on in terms of when we're doing what and planning. And I feel so liberated. It's not like, oh my gosh, this morning I've got 4 hours. What am I doing? Quickly send an advertisement here or there, or get on the radio or the billboard or whatever it is. Everything is on paper. Again, so not natural for me, but so liberating. So I'm really learning new skills, which is also very exciting. At this point in your life, you think, okay, sort of, this is who I am and this is what I'm capable of. And all of a sudden it's like, no, your brain is expanding. I can do a whole lot more than I think I can. And I'm really capable of changing and learning new things.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons this program has been like really beyond incredible for me. It's really stretched my brain, created a lot of new wires in my brain.
I love this. You know what I love the most about what you're sharing, and I'll go to the questions. We have one more question here. What I love it is that when you started your business, you were totally aligned with who you were, and you took the best of who you are, you still are, and you took all your unique brilliance and all your energy, and you built it, you started your business, you launched and grew your business with that unique brilliance. And then when it was about to scale, then you were ready to open up your brain and to open up your mindset and to learn new things. But everything is based on the foundation of who you are, because it's not about being someone else. It's about growing and expanding. And so I love how, for those of you who are not yet at the scaling stage, it's still about being yourself and doing, what you know how to do the best. But when you get to the limit and you need to stretch, then you scale, and you scale also your mindset and scale all your business. So I love that. I love that you're so aligned with who you are. That's great. Thank you so much. Let me ask you one more question from Tamar. Tamar is asking, some of us are in the launching and beginning stage. What advice, experiences, or learning curves might you share? That's Tamar's question.
Okay. So Natalie, I think what you started off was when I started my business, I was so much aligned in terms of who I am and how I work. And that really got me up and running. I just trusted me. I trusted myself, what could work, what I knew, like you say, your unique brilliance. I also worked really hard. So that's something else. I think it's the reality of starting a business. It's a lot of hard work, and I was very positive in terms of my mindset. Now, there's going to be failures, there's going to be mistakes, and instead of beating myself up about it, I recognize that is part of the journey, and that's okay, and we'll just keep trying. So I think I really focused on being positive, recognizing that launching a new business comes with a lot of challenges. There's a lot we know, but there's also a ton that we don't know, and we are going to learn along the way, and that's okay. And yes, sometimes we fail, sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes they're bigger and sometimes we're smaller. And to just really be kind to ourselves and say, this is okay, I'm on a journey and I'm trying to be the best I can. And obviously you reach out, you do whatever you can to learn, which is like when all of a sudden my business started growing and I recognized I need to be better equipped for this. And I reached out on a Facebook group and I said, guys, I need some help here. Any recommendations? And it kept coming back. You got to meet with Natalie, you got to sign up with her. And I was like, okay, well, clearly this is the way to go. So again, I reached out for help when I felt like, okay, now I need help. I was also very, very forgiving about my mistakes. And it doesn't mean that I didn't make them, because I've made plenty of mistakes. And I think even now as businesses, we're scaling, and it's like, I recognize that, yeah, we're not perfect. We're human, and we're just going to keep, getting up, if we make mistakes, and really focusing on the positive. So that I think is a very, very important component to starting a business, is just being really kind to ourselves and working hard, a lot of hard work.
I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Miriam. We have Sharon who's asking, how does Israel fit in your business, or still for the US and Canada?
So interestingly enough, I didn't plan on doing it in Israel. And I think Israel probably comes with some unique challenges. However, one of my clients does travel to Israel and he really wants to be serviced when he's there. So I did tell him that I'm willing to do a pilot program for him and see how it takes off. And if it takes off, then obviously it'd be something that we would consider doing in Israel. It is a luxury plan. I don't know, I don't know if there's enough to, people that can afford that sort of luxury in Israel. Again, I'm not saying that there's not. I'm just saying that I don't have that knowledge to know whether this could be successful in Israel or not. But we are going to give it a shot within the next few months and see how it goes. And we'll see if it's, if there is a market for it, then we're definitely happy to service the Israeli clientele.
Wow, amazing. I know it's not the first time that people have asked you, but you're right. It is market research that you probably have to do to find out if people can afford or if it's only the people that are traveling. Obviously, this is what a pilot is for, right?
Right.
So it's really, really smart to start with that. Amazing. Wow. Thank you so much. I don't know if you have any more questions for Miriam, but I want to thank you, Miriam. I want to thank you for being honest, for being yourself, for being so accessible, and also talking about your vulnerability and your mistakes, because not everyone chooses to do so, and to also acknowledge the fact that you're learning and that you're growing and that you're expanding your mindset. And I think that this is what makes the difference between an entrepreneur who is going to be successful in the long run, because it's easy, quote unquote, to be successful in the beginning for a few years, but if we want to keep it in the long run, then I think there's no other way than always learning and always expanding our mindset. So thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to add before we finish?
No, just good luck to everybody. And I wish you a lot of success on your journey. And you're definitely with the right person, because Natalie has helped me tremendously. And I hear that from so many people. So I'm not alone in that. And just want to wish everyone the best of luck.
Thank you so much, Miriam. Have a great day, because it is still the morning for you.
Yes.
And we're going to continue our live. Thank you so much. By the way, if people still have questions for Miriam, you can type her name and tag her in the comments. I'm sure that she'll come back and answer any questions. Thank you so much, Miriam.
My pleasure. Okay, be well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, isn't that great? I love it. This is just amazing how we have people that are sharing their experience, sharing their journey, and we see how there are bumps, ups and downs for everyone, even people that have different locations and sound like amazing, and they still speak about challenges and mindset shifts, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to continue with the PowerPoint. If you still have questions, I want you to keep on typing it in the chat, because I'm here to answer those questions as well. So let's talk about what have we done until now, right? So to reach your revenue goals, you need to know your key numbers. You need to focus on a revenue goal. You need to identify the circle of influence. You need to choose a marketing strategy. You need to know that this strategy is a money generating activity. And if you do all this, that's great, but it's not enough. And that's exactly why I asked Miriam to share with us her journey, because when we want to actually grow in our business, right, we are who we are today, and we want to go to our future self, right, from our current self to a future self. The question is, here the question mark, like, what do we need to do in order for us to start with what we are today and end up at the end of Q4? It could be, but it could be at the end of next year. Whenever we have our future self that's evolving, what do we need to do here to make that current self become that future self? On top of the revenue goals and the more clients and the strategies and the marketing, on top of all this, we need, just like Miriam said, we need to expand ourselves. We need to expand our consciousness, expand our mindset. And there is a principle that I want to teach you today. This is the theme of today's training, which is what got you here won't get you there. And that is something that is so true when you start a business and when you want to grow a business and when you want to scale a business. So basically, everything you need to do to launch a business is great if you want to launch the business, but it's not going to help you if you want to grow it. And everything you need to do to grow your business is great while you grow, but it's not going to help you when you scale it. So I want to give you examples on that, and I want you to type in the chat, what is the thing that you're doing now that you're going to need to stop or change or evolve if you want to go to the next level? So let me give you examples, and when it resonates, I want you to type in the chat, oop, that's me. That's what I need to stop doing, right? So for example, when you're launching a business, we said that we need the connection and we need the one-on-one and we need the personal relationship and we need the contact. And that is great because we're launching the business and this is what we need to do in order to make sure that we have the right product and in order to make sure that it resonates with our target market. So that's exactly what we need to do. But once we go to the growing stage, then if we continue doing one-on-ones and we only speak to people one at a time, then the growing is not going to happen because it's only going to be one at a time, one after the other. And so what got us to the growing stage is not going to get us through to growing even more. Because when I get to the growing, I need to speak to groups of people. I need to speak to social media. I need to speak to workshops, to groups, to webinars, to seminars, to online summit. I need to have more people in a room so that I can actually grow my business and expand it, right? So what got me through the launching phase is not what's going to get me through my growing phase. Same thing from growing to scaling. I want you to type in the chat what resonates with you, like which thing that you know that you're doing now because you are in this phase, but if you want to get in Q4 to a next phase, you're going to have to either stop doing or do differently. Okay, I want you to type in the chat what resonates with you. So the same, if you are in the growing stage, then you're going to need to speak to a lot of people. You're going to need to do a lot of marketing. You're going to need to be on social media a lot, or to write a lot of copy, to write a lot of newsletters, to go networking with a lot of groups, and you're going to need to focus a lot on marketing. But what is going to get you through the growing stage is not going to get you through the scaling stage, because in scaling, you're going to need to have people do that for you. You're going to need to have people that are going to be on social media, people that are going to write your copy, people that are going to do things so that you have more time for more strategic decisions. So how is that resonating? I want you to tell me if you think that this is resonating. What got you here won't get you there. Type in the chat the one thing that you feel that you're doing now that is okay that you're doing now, but if you want to go to the next level, you already know that you'll have to stop. For example, you're doing one-on-one work and you already know that you're going to need to do group work. Or for example, you're doing group work now, but you already know you're going to need to hire probably someone to do it for you. So where is it happening for you that what got you here won't get you there? I want you to type in the chat if this is making sense, if this is resonating, if you know what I mean when I say some activities in your business you're going to have to stop doing because it's going to actually stop you in your process, in your journey. It's going to be counterintuitive. Something that you've been doing all the time that actually brought you clients, right, is not going to help you if you continue doing it in the next stage, right? So Sharon is saying, on social media now, but to scale, I have to let go of total control. Yes, love that, right? Yael is saying, we'll need an Anastasia. Anastasia is my business manager that is really in charge of a lot of things in my business. We have a team of 4 people today, and Anastasia is the business manager and really manages everything. And so Yael is saying we'll need an Anastasia, which is either a VA or a business manager. I would assume to start with a VA in 1 year's time. Great. So what works now is that you're getting done everything by yourself. What's not going to work in 1 year's time is you're going to need to hire someone, right? So let's talk about what can we do today, right? I don't have a schedule. I work too much on feeling. Okay. So what got you here? Because the feeling is good in the beginning, right? We want the feeling, we want the intuition, we want the unique brilliance, and that's great at the beginning. But then when we grow, we need a schedule, which is exactly what Miriam shared, right? So again, the feeling is great. What got me here? It got me here, the feeling, the emotion, the intuition. That is my unique brilliance, my born to do. That's my soul work, my purpose. I love that. That's great when I launch. But if I grow, or when I grow, I'm going to need a schedule. I'm going to need to plan. I'm going to need to prioritize, right? So that's great, Yael, right? And Irina says, according to what you said, I think I'm on the scaling stage. Everything has changed when I've been able to set up a team of 20 volunteers, right? Amazing, right? So in the beginning, we do things by ourselves, and then we delegate to a team. I need to reach out to larger groups, Tamar says, which I'm currently planning for. Great. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about right now, I have been talking one-on-one. Now I need to reach to larger groups, right? And we have Yael who's saying, I'm going to need strategic partners. Okay, so at the same time, we are our current self, right? But at the same time, we need to have a vision on our future self all the time. And it always evolves, it never stops. Okay, you think that people that are already at the scaling and never stop, but don't worry, there is another level and another level and another level. Okay, so what I'm here to tell you today, I'll have to stop networking. Okay, Annette, that's great. So doesn't mean you have to stop right now, right? Right now you're networking, it's working, it's great, right? But at some point, the time that it's going to take you to go and network, it's probably maybe going to be needed to be online, or to be maybe once a month instead of once every 2 weeks. So whatever is the frequency, you're going to need to adapt that. Now, my secret sauce and secret recipe from what happens to go from the current self to the future self are two things: mindset and habits. And that's what I want to share with you today. Because everything that we do in our business, even though the top of the iceberg is I'm doing marketing, I'm making phone calls, I'm going to network, I'm going on social media, this is what people see, right? But the bottom of the iceberg, everything that you have below the iceberg that you cannot see, is mindset and habits. And the more you're going to work on those two muscles, the more you're going to work on your mindset and on your habits, the more you're going to expand your business, and the more you're going to be able to actually be more successful in your business. So I know it's counterintuitive, because you would say, oh, I need more clients to be more successful, or I need more marketing, or I need more strategy, or I need more tools, or I need, and having everything is okay, is correct. You're right. You need all this. But if you don't stretch your mindset, and if you don't put it in practice in your habits, it is not going to work or not going to stick. Okay. By the way, I want to remind everyone that I have a special gift for everyone today. So you do want to stay until the end, because this is the day where I offer the gift at the end of the third day. So let's talk about Jim Rohn, who says your level of success will seldom, I would say never, but I'm not going to contradict Jim Rohn, exceed your level of personal development. Which means that if you want to become successful, you're going to need to have a lot of success in your personal, a lot of growth in your personal development, especially when we are an entrepreneur, purpose-driven, and we are a small, medium, or maybe a solopreneur. Whatever we're selling is us. So if we want to be more successful and have a bigger impact and have more clients, we're going to have to expand our mindset and expand our habits. So let's talk about the mindset shift. Each stage that we're in the business has its own mindset shifts. And in order to go from one level to the next, from one quarter to the next, from one business stage to another, you need to go through mindset shifts. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take each stage, and I want you to really take a pen and paper, and I want you to write down what are the mindset shifts according to the stage that you're in that is going to really resonate with you. That is the mindset shift. At the end of today, what I want you to do is I want you to have one habit that you're going to implement in Q4 that is going to help you actually change a mindset, shift a mindset. Okay, this is our goal for today. Our goal for today, because we can say, yeah, habits, you need to have, you need to start doing this, start doing that. We have so many habits. But the secret is to take one and commit to one, and to say, this is the habit that I'm going to actually implement, because I need to shift this mindset, because I need to grow in this direction. So I'm going to make a list, like a menu right now, just like a checklist of all the mindset shifts, depending on which stage you're in your business, because I have so much experience with all the mindset shifts with the different stages, and I know exactly which mindset shift you need to go through in order to get to the next level. And I want you to take a pen and paper. Okay, so just tell me, I'm ready in the chat. Type I'm ready in the chat if you're ready with your pen and paper, and you're ready to actually identify what is the mindset shift that you're going to need to work on in order to go to your next stage. So can you type I'm ready? Because I want you to really take this seriously. This is a commitment that you're doing to yourself, and the more you're using the group as an accountability partner, the more you're going to say, oh, I said that in the strategic planning live training. I cannot, come back to what I said. So Tally is ready, Sharon is ready, Yael is ready, Annette is ready, Irene is ready. Am I seeing everyone? I'm not sure. But I want everyone who is on the live right now to type I'm ready, okay? So that you actually open up your mindset. You're ready for this shift to happen. And whatever mindset shift I'm going to talk about, if it resonates, write it down. And then at the end, I'll ask you which is the mindset shift that you need to work on. We're going to choose one. Okay, so you can write many of them, but then we'll choose one because we want to be focused and we want to be specific. So let's start with the mindset shifts that we need when we launch our business. Okay, so this is where you are and this is what you need. Okay, so where you are, you're very excited with your idea. Type yes if this is you. You're feeling fulfilled. This is your born to do. This is your purpose. This is what you love doing. This is your gift and you love this. And so you're so fulfilled and happy. Type yes if this is you. And you started to talk about it to your first circle. This is where you are, right? You have an idea, you have a business, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's great. I'm going to talk about it. It's amazing. I have ideas. I'm feeling fulfilled. I'm feeling aligned. If this is you, type yes. By the way, we can be at the scaling stage and have a new business idea and go back to the launching stage, right? So it's a mindset shift for the stage. Doesn't mean that you're not already maybe at a scaling stage for another business, okay? So if this is you, type yes. What do you need at this stage? You need to shift to your entrepreneur's mindset, okay? And type yes if this is you. You need to shift to go from, I'm deciding that this is not a hobby, this is a real business. Type yes if this is you. This is where you are, okay? You need to go from, I love what I'm doing, to I need to become an entrepreneur or even more. I need to have more clarity and focus, work less from the intuition, work less from the feeling, the emotion, that I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that, or this is fun, or this is not fun, right? I need to go with clarity, with focus. And I need to start thinking like an entrepreneur and be ready to take risks, okay? So if this is you, I want you to type in the chat, what is the mindset shift from the 3 that I'm listing here that is that looks like you? Either I decide if this is, so let's say 1 is I decide if this is a real business. I need to get more clarity, more focus, more organized, more scheduled, more planning, or I need to take risk and start thinking as an entrepreneur. Okay, I see a lot of people answering yes. I want you to type in the chat, which one is it? Okay, because you need to type to write it down and also to type it in. And maybe this is not you. Maybe you're not in this stage, or this is not the mindset shift that you need to go through. Okay, so Annette, Sharon, Yael, Luba, and Yael Kenner, which one is it? Clarity and focus. Okay, that's Annette. She knows now. This is the mindset that she needs to work on. Okay, and is it deciding if this is a real business? Is it thinking like an entrepreneur? Okay, be ready to take risks. All 3. Okay, that's Sharon. Okay, you're going to say all 3 now, but then we're going to need to focus on 1. Okay, so I want you to type in the 3 or type the one that is the most resonating. But basically, the main mindset that you need to work on when you are in the launching stage is you need to adopt an entrepreneur's mindset. Okay, now all of it. Yael is saying all of it. Okay. Now let's look at if I'm at the growing stage. Oh, yeah, kind of saying risks. Okay, that's a very good one. Okay, you want to have the awareness and have the honesty within yourself to say, okay, this is what I need. I need to work on taking risks. I need to work on clarity and focus. Okay, that is already an awareness. That's already starting the shift in itself. Okay. Now, if you're in the growing stage, okay, you're probably busy getting more clients. You're probably learning new things, new tools, new marketing strategies. You're juggling with different hats. You're investing all your times and effort in marketing, probably spending a lot of time on social media, on phone calls, on networking, on sending emails, on newsletters. And that is great because that's exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay. And I want you to type in, right, entrepreneur's mindset. Okay, great. I want you to type in yes if this is something that you need, because if you're in the growing stage, then you need to adopt the visibility mindset. Okay, so you're already an entrepreneur because you went through the launching stage And now you need the visibility mindset. What does it mean? It means I need to be ready to overcome the resistance to be more visible as an entrepreneur. Okay, so it's not I'm just talking to my first or my second circle, right? Tally saying, yes, okay, we got it. Great. I love that. I love the clarity, right? So you know that this is the mindset that you need to work on. So this mindset goes with knowing your numbers, okay, in order, because you're starting to be more like an entrepreneur. So you need to know your numbers. You need to also decide which marketing strategies, the ones that you see, are not necessarily the ones that you should implement, what we saw yesterday. You need to overcome the resistance of being more visible, right? So Sharon is also the visibility mindset. So just put them all in, and then we'll decide which one you need to focus on. You need to overcome the imposter syndrome, because when you're growing and you're becoming more visible, then you need to really overcome, like, what are people going to see? I'm afraid people are going to see me as vulnerable, right? And you need to start seeing your vision in big, right? Bigger than a solopreneur, but starting to see like where this is going, because you are here to stay. Okay, what do I mean by knowing your numbers? That's what we did in the first day tally. I don't know if you were here, but you can watch the recording. If you record, if you register, I don't know if you register to the 3 days, but we send the recordings every day, and today you're going to get all the recordings in one page. So I strongly suggest that you register, and the link is somewhere, you can tag me and I'll put the link here, because we spoke about the numbers in day one. That was all we did, was speaking about the numbers, right? So if you're in the growing stage, then you need to focus on your visibility mindset, okay? You need to focus on, how do I get more people to see me? How do I get more exposure, right? How do we have the more people to know who I am, whether it's my first or my second circle. Remember, growing stage is the second circle, okay? So I want you to type in the chat which of those is the things that you need to work on, whether it's the numbers or the marketing strategies or the visibility or the imposter syndrome or your bigger vision, right? You're here to stay now, okay? That means that I'm not going in another direction. I know this is my business. I've done my pilot, I've done my homework. Now I know that this is where I'm staying, okay? So which of those mindset do you need to work on? I want you to type in the chat which one is resonating, okay? Because then we're going to actually have to decide which one we're going to work on in Q4. Now, if you are in the scaling stage, then this is where you are. You're probably getting close to full capacity, meaning like you have so many clients that you're getting close to, that's it, my schedule is full, I don't have room for more. You're probably overwhelmed and have no time for anything else, right? And you probably have help, but probably not enough. Guess what? Because you never had enough. Once you start scaling, you always need more help and more help, because you're growing and growing and having more clients. So you always need more help, right? And this is where you need to start thinking like a CEO. And this is the CEO mindset, right? So I see Yael and Irene saying marketing. Okay, this is what you said. So visibility mindset. But this is the CEO mindset. So this is where you need to know how to surround yourself with the right people. You need to be able to focus really strategically on your unique brilliance, right? This is what Miriam was talking about in the beginning of the call, right? You also need to have strategy, but you also need implementation, okay? That strategy is not enough. Results come from implementation. You need to be ready to invest in your team and in your systems. And you need to become the leader, to start to be ready to become the leader that you were born to be. Okay, that's when we start thinking about leadership. Okay, so we have growing the number of clients. That's Tamar. Okay, so that is the visibility mindset. Okay, so we basically have 3 mindsets, right? We either have the entrepreneur's mindset, the visibility mindset, or the CEO mindset. So I want you to type in the chat 1 for entrepreneur's mindset, 2 for visibility mindset, and 3 for CEO mindset. You have to choose one of the 3. You don't have to choose the smaller ones, right? But I want you to really type in the chat which one is the one. Is it the entrepreneur's mindset, the visibility mindset or the CEO mindset. Once you know, is it 1, 2, or 3, right? So we have Yael says 2, visibility mindset. Once we know which mindset we need to work on, it's going to be so much easier for you to know what to do in priority. Okay, so I see a lot of 2. Irene is 3, Yael is 2, Annette is 1, Tally is 2. And do you feel the clarity from this? You know, okay, I need to work on my visibility mindset, right? So this is what I need to do. I need to work on my entrepreneur's mindset. This is what I need to do. I need to work on my CEO mindset. This is what I need to do. Okay. I really want you to know that even though you feel like you're always moving and growing, you still have stages and steps to go through, right? And every time you're going to have to focus on the activities and the mindsets that are aligned with the stages that you're in. Okay, Sharon is saying 2. Heather is saying entrepreneur's mindset. Hi, Heather. Nice to see you here. Okay, so you're 1. Okay, entrepreneur's mindset. Okay, so when we have that clarity, we know what we need to focus on first. Okay, and that is what I want you to actually adopt in terms of your mindset, not only in what you do, but in how you do it. Okay, you can do some marketing, but it's not going to be the same marketing if you're doing it from an entrepreneur's mindset, from a visibility mindset, or from a CEO mindset, right? Right? So the marketing is a transversal theme. So when people say, oh, I need to do more marketing, but they don't know how they need to do this marketing, right? They don't know if they need to do it in terms of, I need to grow my first circle, or if it's, I need to be even more visible, or I need to hire someone to help me with my social media. Those 3 are working on my marketing. But depending on where I am in my business, I'm going to need to have different types of activity. Tell me if this makes sense. I want you to type in the chat. Yes, this makes sense. Yes, I have clarity. Yes, thank you for this clarity. I don't know. When I learned this, I was like, wow, this is just makes so much sense. And this is what I'm teaching in my program. Everyone in my program is getting the activities and the mindset that they need depending on the stage that they're in, right? Because I cannot talk about hiring a VA to someone who is just starting and needs to do a pilot. And I cannot talk about going on social media to someone who doesn't have time because they have so many clients and they don't have time, right? This makes sense. Yes, Heather says yes. Annette says makes sense. Yael says, I see what I need to do. Ooh, I love that. Okay, if you see what you need to do, this is the goal of those 3 days. Now you're going to tell me how to shift our mindset. That's great. Okay, I need the CEO mindset, but how do I shift my mindset? And this is where the secret is. And I'm sorry if I keep on saying secret, but this is because people don't realize that, right? People think that mindset shift is when you listen to me now, or when you listen to a podcast, or when you read a book, or when you understand something and you're like, oh, I understand, boom, that's it, aha moment. But it doesn't work like that. It could start like this, definitely, and I'm happy that you're here and that you have that aha moment and you have this epiphany and that you understand and you see clearly. Yes, great work. But the only way for your mindset to shift is by creating new habits and be consistent with them. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. And I want you to type in the chat if this is resonating. If you say yes in the chat, it means that it's resonating, if you understand what I mean. The only way for you to shift your mindset is by creating new habits and be consistent with them. Understanding something or getting clarity on something is not enough. And I want to tell you why. Because our mindset, right? Heather is saying 100%. Woohoo! Yes. I want everyone to say yes here. Because if you don't say yes to that, then there's no change. Change is not going to happen. Okay? And I hear so many people that speak about, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to change that, you need to change this. But it's not because you hear it and you understand it that it's actually going to happen, right? The way from the head to the activity is the habit and is the consistency and is doing it again and again and again and again, because we need to train our mind and our brain that we are shifting our mindset. Just imagine that your mindset is a belief, right? Your belief is just a thought that you've been keeping on thinking many times. right? A belief is a thought. For example, I cannot be visible on social media. That's a belief, right? For example, I don't know where to get clients. That's a belief. For example, I cannot hire. I don't have the money to hire. That's a belief. Okay. Now this belief is there for a reason. It's because you've been, just like you water your plants every day or every week, you've been watering that thought, and it becomes a belief and a belief and a belief. And then it's like your reality. I cannot hire. I don't have money, right? I'm afraid to, invest in my business, right? That is a belief. Yael says my biggest problem. Love that clarity, right? So if I want to shift a belief, I cannot just shift it once. It's like you go to the gym. It's not because you're going to go 1 hour to the gym that you're going to have muscles. You're going to have to go every day, every week. You're going to have to be consistent. So mindset is doing the gym of the mind, right? Makes sense. Going out of our comfort zone. Exactly, right? So this is what I want you to decide today. You already had clarity on what is the mindset shift that you need. 1, 2, or 3. Remember, you wrote it in the chat. Now I'm going to show you a list of habits. And those habits are going to help you shift your mindset. And I want you to choose which of those habits you're going to take in order to shift your mindset. Okay, so whether I'm talking about the morning routine, because I need to be organized and I need to start thinking like a CEO, or I need to start thinking like an entrepreneur, and I need to really have a morning routine, or I need strategic planning because I need to see the long term. By the way, while I'm talking, I want you to type in the chat which is the habit that you're going to take from today in Q4 so that your mindset is going to shift, right? I need blocks of time in my calendar. I need daily themes. By the way, I'm teaching all this in my program. It would take a whole new program to teach you all this. But I want you from your intuition to decide, like, this is what I need to go look into, okay? It doesn't mean that you know everything around that. Maybe you don't know what daily themes are. It's okay. If you feel like this is going to help you, just type daily themes, and then you're going to look for it and look for more information around that. Evening routine. I need to start behaving like someone who has a real business and not just like, do whatever I feel like whenever I want to, but I need to have a schedule. I need to get up at a certain time. I need to go to sleep at a certain time, just like if I had a real job, because I have a real business, right? I need to connect more to my vision. Oh, I need to journal because my mindset is I cannot spend money. So I need to journal. This is what I see. This is my vision. I see this is the impact I want to have. And then when I finish journaling, then I have more, I'm able to actually invest more in my business, right? So I see Yael is saying strategic planning. Tamar is saying strategic planning. But don't forget also all the soft skills, right? The gratitude, the meditation. I need to exercise because I need to see clear. I need to take care of myself and my wellness. I need to monitor how much time I'm spending in front of the screen or on social media. Now, this list is not exhaustive, obviously, okay? But I want you to take the thing that resonates with you that is going to help you do your shift. For example, the CEO mindset, right, is definitely connected to visualization, to connecting to your vision, right? The screen monitoring, okay, great, okay. Heather Dean, very good. Yael, very good, okay. So I want you to choose what is the habit with the intention that you will have to say by starting with this habit, and take only one at a time because you cannot do more than one. Even one is already big, okay? Take one at a time and say, I'm going to do screen monitoring so that I can focus more on my CEO mindset or my visibility, right? So I'm changing something in my habits so that I have room for my mindset shift to happen. Okay, so it's not just I'm deciding to shift my mindset, but I don't know where to start. I'm starting from this. I'm starting from a morning routine. I'm starting from journaling. I'm starting from meditation. I'm starting from something that is going to help me bring my vibration and who I am as a person and my personal development to the next level so that my mindset is going to be able to open up to the next level. Okay, this is really working, guys. I'm telling you, this is really what is working. I can teach you strategy and marketing until tomorrow, but if you don't have those personal development habits and those mindset shifts, it doesn't work. Okay, that's what I teach in my program all the time. So what I want you to do here is I want you to commit for Q4. What is the business stage that I'm in? What is the mindset shift that I need, the mindset that I need to shift? And what is the habit that I am adopting? Okay, you can write this. There's no worksheet for today because tomorrow there's no accountability check-in, but I have the gift. So I'm going to share the gift in a minute. But what I want you to really write down here and on your piece of paper is, I'm in the growing stage. I am the mindset that I need to shift is my visibility, and the habit that I'm adopting is I'm going to work on my blocks of time. Why? Because when I work on my blocks of time, I'm going to be able to manage a block of time where I can be more visible, more on social media. So I'm grabbing it from the bottom up, right? I'm not staying in the mindset shift. I'm actually making a change in my everyday life, in my personal growth, so my mindset can shift. Okay, does it make sense? Can you please tell me if it makes sense? I want you to type in the chat which is the habits that you're adopting. I have Irene, who is working on block of time, Yael, who is working 3 hours of uninterrupted work in the morning, Heather, screen monitoring, and Yael, morning routine, Yael Kenner, absolutely. Now, it's time for the gift, guys. Are you ready for the gift? Say, I am ready or not. I am ready. Drum roll. I am ready for the gift. Say I'm ready. Say I'm ready in the chat so I can share with you the gift, because I really can't wait for this, for you to see the gift and for us to go on. Yes, who's ready? Heather is ready. Woo, amazing. Who else is ready? I see the comments, but Annette is ready, of course. The gift, yes, gift, right? Yael is ready. Tally is ready. Okay, it sounds like everyone is ready. The good news is that you don't have to do it alone. That's the good news, because I've been here with you for 3 days and I've given you a lot of everything I know, and you can see how I'm sharing as much as I know, not stopping anything. But I want you to know that there are people that can help you implement everything that we've spoken about. And in order for you to check if this is something that, right, my mind is running ahead with ideas inspired by the clarity, amazing. So my gift is a strategy call, okay, a special offer, a strategy call that you can schedule. And you have 2 things to know about that strategy call. One, it's a 45-minute strategy call that I usually don't give. I only give them after those events for people that came and did the work and actually looked at the content and worked together with me for 3 days. So I'm giving you 45 minutes. Usually my breakthrough calls are 30 minutes and we don't go into the strategy. But this is a call where I'm happy to go with you in the strategy. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that because there is a limited amount of seats and I don't have, infinite time for this, I'm giving you until Friday, this Friday, October 22nd, to schedule the strategy call. So I want to make sure you understand. And in the meantime, I will put the link here so you can already grab your seats and grab your time, because this is the link, because I want you to act fast. I want you to really take the momentum. I want you to say, okay, now I'm in the strategic planning. I want to have that 45 minutes to get more clarity, to understand where I really need to work and what maybe things I didn't understand, maybe the numbers don't add up, right? Now it doesn't mean that the call has to happen before Friday. Okay, the call can happen after Friday, but the scheduling has to happen before Friday. So don't worry if you don't have time until Friday, but I want you to schedule the call before Friday, actually before Friday, 3 p.m. Now I know that some people here in the call have already had a call with me, okay? And I'm here to tell you that it's okay to reschedule a time, because I know that it takes time for you to integrate the information that I'm giving. So even if you already had a call with me in the past and you feel like, oh, I already did, maybe I'm not, I don't feel, nice to schedule, don't. This is my offer. This is my gift. We get together for 45 minutes. We speak about your business. We speak about your strategy for the next 3 months. And of course, if you feel like this is a good match and if it's resonating, I'll be happy to share and to talk about my programs, how they can help you. My programs help you actually implement this. But if you don't, that's fine too. Okay, there's no strings attached. I know how this works. Believe me, I've been in the business long enough, and I know that it's okay if you cannot join now, or if you don't want to join and you just want the 45 minutes. It's really okay. I want to continue being on this journey with you and help you. And if this is the right time for you, you will do it. And if not, then we'll continue the journey together. Okay, so you go ahead, click on the link, schedule, grab the call until Friday, because after Friday, I won't make it available anymore. And again, I said you can have the call after Friday, but you need to schedule it before. Okay, so I want to know who is going to schedule a call. I should actually get the notifications. We have Irene who is saying great, Yael is saying bless you, Tamar is saying beautiful offer, Heather is saying yay, great gift, amazing. Okay, so I want to see all of you guys in the strategy call, so we have time to actually go deep in your dive deep in your business, answer all your questions, take your mindset shifts, your marketing strategies, your numbers, and be able to work on all this so you have a plan for the next 4 months. So who's scheduling the call? Say me in the chat. Who is scheduling the call? I see a lot of hearts. I want to know. Nadia is saying, yeah, hearts. Yeah, you're welcome. So who is scheduling? I want to see, yes, me. I'm scheduling. I want you to take advantage of this momentum, because then we have the 3 months we have to work, right? So now it's like we had a few days to strategize, right? And now we need to really implement. Okay, so Annette is saying me, yes, amazing. Oh, Naomi is here, Tally, Heather, amazing, great. So you schedule your call. I will see you in the 45 minutes call. If you schedule the call, we're still going to send the link after with the recording, with the 3 recording. Okay, but scared I can't commit. Yael Luba, this is your mindset shift, okay? You have to, this is only a strategy call, okay? And it's only 45 minutes. So I see Nadia is going to schedule, Tamar is going to schedule, Irene is going to schedule, amazing. And Yael, I'm telling you, I think you can do it. Again, it's not, you don't have to have the call until Friday. You can have it after Friday, okay? But if you feel that I can help you and we can dive in your business, then let's do it. And like I said, you want to hear more about the program, I'll be here to give you more information. If not, this is the name of the game. I'm here to serve you, and this is how it works. Okay, guys? So thank you so much for those 3 days. And if you feel like typing in the chat testimonial on how you felt during those 3 days, and how you what it brought to you, what is the clarity that it brought to you, it would be really helpful for us, because we use your testimonials to show people what they can gain from working with us, or even coming to those 3 days. So can you type in the chat, right? Heather says, this is the best Facebook Live, right? Amazing. Thank you. So type in the chat, what were your aha moments? What were your epiphanies? What is the mindset shift that you liked the most? What did you like the most out of those 3 days? This is just like, it would take a few minutes for you to type it in. And for us, it would really mean a lot, because we can take that and we can show other people what they can gain by joining to the next event. So if you have time, just go in the chat and say, I love this training because boom, boom, boom. And then we'll ask you if we can use it, and we'll use it in our next marketing material. I love you guys. See you in the strategy call, and love to see your testimonials and your feedback. And I will see you soon. Bye. Bye, everyone.